guys, Marius the Legends. Welcome to the video. Sending some love, some positive vibes your way, especially if you're going through something and you need them out there today. Guys, welcome to the video. I'm glad to have you here. I am freaking over the moon. I just posted on my community tab that I have pulled my #1 most wanted 6-star soul for Marius the Gallant! That's right, it is my lucky day, my late birthday gift, my early Christmas gift, my on-time Halloween gift. It's Marius the Gallant! I am so freaking excited. Listen, we said this a lot here on the channel, right? But nowadays in Raid Shadow Legends, you get your hands on the champion, like, congratulations. But that's half the job, maybe less than half the job, right? I mean, empowerment's tricky, but awakening, you know, like in everything else, like you gotta get the relics, you gotta have the star stones, you gotta get the masteries, you gotta get the books, you gotta get, like, there's so much that goes into fully upgrading and investing in a champion in this game. And when I got Marius on my account, I had no Tamicias. I actually have a +3, or empowered, Tamicia, which freaking sucks. She's the empowerment champion for Marius. I'm almost tempted just to can her to get a +1 Marius, but I'm not that dumb. But I digress. No empowerment, and I had a 1-star puny little awakening on this dude forever. He's been on my wish list forever. I actually hit a wish list. Who's on your wish list, your legendary wish list? I don't even use Epic wish list anymore on my account. I actually have, I'll show you who I have on my wish list. Not that you asked, but I asked you. Titus, I have him at 5 stars, and boy, would I love that 6-star. He's my #1 now, my new #1. I have Volcanos, and I have Calvalax, right? Because having on a poison or a burner, having that 6-star blessing is absolutely a game changer, especially on those burns. In case you guys are unfamiliar, really quickly, apropos of absolutely nothing, check out what we can do with Incinerate at 6 stars. Not only do you get double damage from burns, but decrease enemies' turn meter whenever they receive damage from burns, okay? You decrease turn meter every single frickin' time. And with Volcanos, they're receiving damage all over the place. Anyway, I got my hands on Marius, and now I feel like I can truly start using Marius more. Now listen, I use Marius everywhere in the game, especially in PvE. But I don't use a ton of Marius in the arena up until now, because I had a puny 1-star with no empowerment, and I'm high in arena, right? Which is annoying for 2 reasons. #1 is I don't have a super powerful Marius. #2 is I have to go against Marius all the time, because my opponent always picks him, obviously, right? I want to talk a little bit about the Marius meta before we go into the build, and we go into some live arena, some high, hopefully, level live arena content for you guys. I don't do it that often, but when I do, hopefully it counts. Hopefully it's good. It will be good, damn it. How is the meta for Marius right now? When he came into the game, he rocked Raid Shadow Legends, right? He was S tier in the arena and in PvE. He still is in PvE. In the arena, they've actually done a good job. I'm going to give credit where credit is due at balancing this game in terms of, especially like the meta in the arena. When something gets out of control, they have a good way of adding in natural counters to it. Now, obviously, getting your hands on those champions, that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother rant video. But there's been a bunch of adjustments to counter a little bit of what Marius brings. Not a lot, but a little bit. #1 is champions like, well, a Volcanos. Champions like Nell, very powerful right now because he has those buffs. And they're going to put either poisons or put burns on him. In Volcanos' case, get rid of the stone skin even. In Nell's case, after the stone skin's gone, that could be a big danger. That could be a risk, right? Certainly. So the buffs are a risk from those type of champions. But we also have protection, right? Protection is really, really popular inside the game. Now, Siphi has her own problems in this meta right now. But Siphi, I mean, everybody runs her 9-piece protection. Obviously, Marius can't do anything against protected buffs. The good news is Siphi is not everywhere in the meta like she once was, although she still is used for sure. But the #1 counter is Naime. Now, I was mulling around her banner, but having the protected block damage on all allies, we can't do anything about that, can we? We can't get in there and reduce it and remove it, and we're also blocking the damage. So Naime's very, very good as well. I can keep going, by the way. I can keep going, right? Fabian, for example, you know, he's not a hard counter, but he's a soft counter. He's very, very good. He can go in there if you make the mistake of going with Marius's buffs. And the reason I'm going over this is not just for Marius users, but for people who go against Marius all the time like me, so you have some solutions that maybe you might have on your account as well. Fabian, everybody runs them in usually temporal chains, but almost always supersonic. When you do the buffs with Marius's A3, if you make the mistake against a Fabian or another buff stripper for that matter, Crixia, for example, right? You got to be very careful because you could give them the instant turn. They come in, and before you're able to go in with the A2 of Marius, they're going to remove the buffs that you just placed and reduce all of his cooldowns as well. These are just a few, but there's more, right? So there are some answers. That being said, I'm happy to report Marius is still S tier. He's still an S tier PvP and certainly PvE champion. Lethal and Stone Skin is my build. Be right back. There we go. Lethal and Stone Skin is the build. Sorry about that. We're lacking some accuracy here. We have around 400 accuracy on my Marius. However, he does obviously bring his increased accuracy on that A3, so that certainly helps in a big way. I have Wand of Submission on him. Surprise, surprise, Wand of Submission. Although I was very tempted to go with the Hammer of Ending. This is a nasty little alternative option for you guys on Marius. Hammer of Ending has a 15% chance, but obviously that can escalate real quick, of placing an unresistible stun on a single target for 1 turn whenever they reduce a target's HP by 30% in 1 single skill, which is almost always the case with his A3 ability, right? It's a nasty little stun that he has. It's a fun little off-meta option. There's a lot of options actually for really cool, maybe outside-the-box relic ideas for your Mariuses. Another fun one is the Orb of Transfixion, where you can steal a buff when attacking a target. You know, it's not a high percentage chance. It's a fun one, but it's a little bit unorthodox. TLDR, Wand of Submission is still the best on Marius outside the mythicals, right? His accuracy increased by 3 for each buff on him helps out because he's self-buffing anyway with the A3. Get an extra 6 accuracy. Hey, I'll take it. And then I got 2 of these guys. What are they called again? The Foe Killers. The wearer deals 5% more damage against enemies with full HP. So that's how I have them built. Obviously, defense, speed on the boots, some more defense on there, crit damage. What do we think of these overall stats here on my Marius, guys? Well, the speed is fantastic, 308. Crit damage is pretty low, 102 and 270 crit rate, crit damage, 6,700 on the defense, 409 on the accuracy. Honestly, I had to make it, now that you look at all the stats, certainly had to make some sacrifices to his overall damage to get him this fast. So, you know, we all have that choice. I could put him in defense percentage on his boots instead, slow him down quite a bit, but he'll pack a heavier punch. Anyway, I digress. Let's take him into freaking battle, guys. We have Live Arena open right now, and I'm going to be drafting Marius first every single time. Here we go! I'm in Platinum Arena too, so if the matchups aren't that great in Live Arena, we could go into some high Platinum Classic Arena as well. Beware! Warning! 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 I will be using Mythical Champions, probably quite a few of them. I'm going to use my main roster. Now, we talked about where Marius struggles. I mean, listen, he's still S tier, even in PvP right now. There's just a few more options for him out there, right? But he's still amazing against Mythical Champions, and they go Marius first freaking pick. Well, at least he's still getting Spotlight at a 6-star Marius. I do need to change his Blessing from Cruelty to Soul Reap. I think that Soul Reap is a bit better in the arena. There's no reason for like cracking roots or anything on him. So yeah, I think I'm going to change to Soul Reap like this guy, CA Mars. I'm not going to ban Marius because it's his time to shine in this video. But of course they go first. I'm going to go with a turn meter booster. Now, Marius is amazing against both of these champions, right? So I'm actually playing into really strong counters. Star Sage is a beast, and he's amazing, even in his base form, but I really can't change forms with Star Sage unless it's the perfect situation. I have to be very careful because the AoE on Star Sage's alternate form on his A1 has churn meter reduction. So Marius is always going to be going, not to mention the switch forms to begin with. Lazarius, like Shuzen, like Lysandra, has a turn meter boost, but also a turn meter decrease on the enemy team. Let's go with Embreeze and Marichka here. And we're going to ban Carnage. Surprise, surprise. Well, who knows? But as of right now, we're going to ban Carnage. Yeah, but like Lazarius's and Lysandras and Shuzen's and all those champions are very difficult. Any champion with turn meter reduction on their A1s, right? Like a lot of players just don't realize sometimes that they have turn meter manipulation and they go against I'm going to go Nell here instead. And they go Volcanos, Carnage, Really annoying. I have to lead with the A2 of Lazarius anyway because I can't A3 against Marius. So I think we can contend with the block debuffs against Carnage for a while. So what we're going to do here is, as I'm blabbing to you guys, we're going to go Nell, and then we're going to ban Carnage. Having 2 demon spawn on the team is going to allow him to ignore block debuffs, so we had to ban one of those 2. So he bans, as he should have, Marichka. I got to be careful here because I do have a lot of polymorph to go against here with my Nell. But you guys get to see the power of Nell against the power of Marius on the other team. Not exactly how we planned this one out. All right, who goes first? I do. Fantastic. Gonna go in there. We immediately get polymorphed. That's the bad news. The good news is they have block buffs. But that's not the best news because we don't mind when they get buffs. We have block debuffs as well. Arma's going to come in with his, well, he's going to try to sheep somebody. Maybe Nell? Nope. Embreeze. That's cool. I have the opportunity here to just go in and lock them out. But I'm not like super worried. I'm just going to turn meter boost here. I'm going to turn meter boost again. And lovely crew of sheep here. It's okay. Marius actually kind of does me a solid there and unsheeps all my champions. I should have probably just went in with Nell's A2 and tried to steal some of that stuff, but we're fine. We counterattack. We're good. Didn't play it super beautifully, but I think we're going to be good to go here. Let's go ahead and get that revive. We get that relentless set extra turn. Fantastic. I could just, instead of healing here, I could just come in and switch forms and try to end it and play aggressive, but I like playing things a little bit more cautionary and keeping Starsage in his base form, even though Marius is already dead on the enemy team. We get hit again. Siffi's going to die from necrosis and poison. Oh my god. Or not. Or not. All right. Nell's a sheep, thus they get all their buffs off. Not ideal. I should have just controlled them with Starsage. I shouldn't have messed around. Now I'm going to, damn it. I don't have much to do here, but I can remove a few and block on, I can block active skills on their biggest control threat right now in Armand's. I think we're totally fine here, but that's what I said last time. I feel like Embreeze hasn't even gotten a turn yet. Armand's is still such a nuisance, isn't he, guys? Golly. Luckily, they don't have Marius right now, so I can safely switch forms. I can then switch HP, which we didn't need to do, and kill them. This time, I swear, we're gonna play Marius on our team against Ivan Isik. He's my favorite horse in the world, Marius the Gallant. One of the coolest things they've done is adding Marius to this game. Such a beautiful champion. Again, Embreeze #1. Unbelievable. This time, we're gonna go, I don't know, let's go Starsage and Marius. Let's just not mess around here, guys, and let's take Marius right away. They go Siffi and Fabian. We're going to go with Lazarius and Marichka, and then we're going to go Nell last. And we're probably going to ban... Oh, they go the Ninja Turtles. They go Ninja Turtles. I like this, a little Raph Donnie action here, guys. We're going to go with Nell. And we're going to ban Fabian. Fabian with Temporal and Supersonic, it's not going to end well. They have to ban Nell. They don't really even have a choice here. So this is going to be an interesting matchup. I like our odds, but you can't underestimate those damn Ninja Turtles. I feel pretty damn good about this one. But those are the ones you got to be most careful of, right? We're going to turn meter boost here. And we're going to turn meter boost again. We're going to hand it to the man, the myth, the legend. We're going to keep turn meter boosting. We do need the increase accuracy as much as I'd like to just go right in. So we do some nice damage there, but the Soul Reap would have been really helpful. We would have been able to hit at least Embreeze. And I've said it a million times. I'm going to keep saying it. Hitting Embreeze before he switches forms is imperative. Let's get a kill. Or all of them. Fantastic. Soften them up with Marius, and kaboom! Our other damage dealer comes in and cleans up. I'm really embarrassed to say I don't know the difference between Russian and Ukrainian. They both look very similar to me. I apologize. So anyway, I love how I whispered that as if it's not going to come out on the video. You know what? Let's just try Marius first. Okay, so they don't really, you know, they kind of go chalk, right? A lot of players I've noticed, and you can kind of see me doing it too to a certain extent here, right? A lot of players play their game and they don't think enough about counters. Now, that being said, he could just be picking 2 counters right here, and he's not. He's not gonna go. Okay, so we're good. They have a buffer, another buffer. They don't have a full cleanser on this team, so I actually like the idea, hopefully you guys don't mind, of continuing with my Nell, right? And I'm gonna go Marichka as well, so they can't counter Nell with their own Marichka if they have her. They might go Sir Nick. They go Cheshire Cat. I'm going to stay with what's working and ban Fabian, and we're going to go ahead and use Marichka because they banned my Lazarius as my speed lead. Now, I have my Lazarius built as you would an Arbiter, right? My best speed gear on my account. That's it. He does have 100% crit rate, but he's not built to be a uber nuker. Look at Nell. Look at Nell here, guys. Look at Nell. We might not even have to take a turn here, like an actual offensive turn. Check it out. Nell has spoken, at least temporarily. Lady Noelle will revive, but I'm almost inclined just to go ahead and A1 and wait till they're revived and then go in. I'm going to turn meter boost because I want to get Marius ready for the revive. We have block debuffs on our cleanser. Okay. I sickled the corruption, by the way, that A3. I'm just going to go in and screw it, man. I'm not playing games here. Okay, that wasn't that great, was it? You think I can grab it? Think I can grab the, can I lock her out? Yep, I grabbed it. I grabbed it. So now I'm going to show you Nell's alternate form. She's a real fun champion, guys. Okay. What do you say? One more? One more? Are you having fun? I am. I don't do a lot of live arena. Oh, no! Back to back! Back to back! Oh, come on, man. I was hoping for a different opponent. That was the easiest match that we've had so far. So let's switch things up. Let's have some fun with it on our side. What do you say, guys? We'll go Marius, and we'll go with Polara Fireheart. She's the faction war hard champion that is next to impossible to get, and then when you do get her, you're inevitably fairly disappointed. That being said, she has a cool kit. Ignore block damage on an AoE, as well as a interesting revival freeze intercept kit on her alternate form. Intercept certainly something that's valuable to have on an AoE as well. Let's go with our speed lead. I mean, Nell worked out really freaking well for us last time. I think it's important to have a speed lead, or excuse me, a turn meter booster on my team. Do I have gear on Volcanos? I don't think I do right now. Who could I run this a little bit more unorthodox that I have gear on? How about Ethan the Golden? Ethan the Golden? He's a fun little option for me. I have gear on Madame Ceres too, but I need a reviver. Ooh, Calvalax. I don't like that at all. And I don't have Stone Skin on enough of these champions, damn it. We could go Sans Reviver. I don't like this idea at all, but let's just try it. We're just messing around here, right? Naime. And get rid of Fabian. All right, let's see what happens here. They get rid of Lazarius. I have no idea what is going to happen here, but we're going to have some fun either way, right? It was definitely not my huge. We have Naime for the block damage. Whoa, okay. So we already kill Calvi. We get Enfeeble on Embreeze, but he's going to switch forms and get No, forget it. All right. They do have their Reviver. He health swaps. I mean, what are you going to do here? You're just going to A1 into nothing. Fair enough. Fair enough. He's going to revive and freeze me. Let's get our increased accuracy on, even though he has it in his own kit, let's get it anyway on... And we got resisted off from everything there. That was a bummer. Now, as much as I want to go in, actually, screw it. Let's just nuke with her. There we go. We take care of Embreeze one time. Let's just try to end Embreeze. What do you guys say? Now, no, I'm getting like I'm an idiot. Let's just go in. Let's stay cool here. I want to save his AoE. He's one of my... Ethan the Golden, by the way, for those of you who don't know, is probably my second favorite epic nuker in the game. I really love him. I think he's underrated. I think he's usable even in the arena. I really do. Block active skills. He hits like a truck. He self-buffs. Just a beast of a champion. Guys, I am over the moon here. I am going to make a quick change, though. I just wanted to share this moment with you guys. I want Cruelty out as much as it is fantastic. And I'm going to pay the steep price, which is sacrilege, of 300 gems, which I hate. And I'm going to get that Soul Reap. That's a 20% HP threshold with 100% true fear if the target survives a Reaper. That's really, really strong. I think it's probably the way to go, at least for me on my Marius. I do notice, though, like I should say, I notice once in a while still some polymorph on him, but a lot of crushing rend. Even though it's not a lot of ignore defense, it's a good hybrid because it's still effective, the 6% ignore defense that you get in addition in the arena, and obviously a ton for every PvE area that you put him in. Guys, we're going to end the video there. Thank you so much for watching till the end of the video. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.